Hey everybody, it's me, Bryson Booker, and welcome to the third video in BBTV's Dreamworks Wonderthon. I have been loving every part of this special review marathon because every one of these movies has been a part of my childhood, and I know that they've probably been a part of yours. I mean, DreamWorks Animation is a company that we all know and all love because they made some pretty kick-butt movies over the past 17 years, or even a little longer than that, 18 years. And this was one of the first movies that they made. This was made in October 2nd, 1998, so it just recently celebrated an anniversary earlier this week, guys, or last weekend celebrated an anniversary. But it's Antz. DreamWorks created their first CGI movie, and Antz was that film. It stars Woody Allen, J-Lo with her, obviously, town boy African-American slang that she had when she first came out. If you had her love as an ant, you'd probably cry and wish you were dead. Boo-hoo. As well as Sylvester Stallone as Weaver, Sharon Stone as Princess Bala, and Gene Hackaway as General Mandible. So those were the actors that played in it. And so what I'm going to do is basically read you the summary and just basically give you my opinion on how I see Antz. I actually have the VHS here at the house, but it's in one of my boxes, and I don't feel like going out and getting it. Before I reviewed this movie, I watched it on Netflix. So it is on Netflix, guys, if you want to go check it out. But I would have got the video out to show you. It's not really much. Basically, the picture that I'm using for this review is how the video looks on the front, and then it has a couple of scenes from the movie on the back. Plain and simple. And I had that video since I was a little incy-bincy boy. So I've been watching Antz ever since I was a little boy. So, I mean, it's a movie that I can say that I truly grown up with. And it's a pretty good movie at that. So, I got my mom's tablet here. Don't tell her I stole it. And I'm going to give you a little summary of the movie, what Antz is about. So, Z, see, there's that Z again. And no, that's his real name, but hey, it's still cool. Z, just think about it. The worker ant, who is played by Woody Allen, strives to reconcile his own individuality with the communal work ethic of the ant colony. So basically what that means is, Z's trying to find himself. He's tired of doing the same routine thing over and over again like ants do. He's like, this colony needs to be shooken up. And obviously he's the one to shake it up later on in the film. He starts to fall in love with Princess Bala, obviously Sharon Stone. And while falling in love with Princess Bala, Z strives to make social emerauds, with the girl, obviously. But in the midst of that, his colony is under attack by General Mandible. So General Mandible wants to get rid of all the work ants. He wants to wipe off the whole ant colony. And so Z and Princess Bala, well, not really Princess Bala, but Z himself has to work together with his colony in order to save it. And so basically, that's what the film is about. Guys, it's a straightforward plot. The plot is not confusing. Of course, there's a lot of ant puns. There's a lot of different things regarding ants that they do. It's just basically reverse what we do as humans. They do as maybe an ant. So like they drink beer, they dance. Stuff that humans do, just ant versions of it. And I just enjoyed the film all the way through. I do like the CGI. Guys, this is when CGI was starting to become popular. And, the studios that had the budget for it knew how to use it. And I'm talking about Disney, Pixar, and DreamWorks. These two companies, and then later Columbia Pictures with Stuart Little. But these two companies first starting out with this whole CGI and animated movies thing, you know, they had the budget for it. They knew how to do it, and they knew how to do it right. So the film looks gorgeous. I like how it looks. All the ants look sharp. They look smooth. You know, not all blocky and choppy like something from like the early to mid '90s. Doesn't look like that. You know, this was in theaters, guys, not released as a children's video at some budget Dollar General. This was released in theaters, and it was a great movie. I enjoy the comedy. You know, the humor has I would say an adult edge to it. Just a bit. It does have that adult edge to it. And obviously most of DreamWorks films, you know, especially in the earlier part of their lifespan, most of their films, you know, like, you know, Shrek and The Road to El Dorado, had that kind of adult edge to it. So, yeah, it was an animated movie, but it was also for your dad and your mom and your grandma and that uncle that nobody talks about for a good reason. It was for them too. So, you know, this film basically shares that same quality with the other 3 DreamWorks films that I mentioned. And I'm not including The Prince of Egypt because that's its own thing. You know, that really didn't have an adult edge to it. That was really a family film. The rest, you know, have that kind of adult edge to it to let you know, hey, you know, you're watching a kid's movie, but then again, you're not. You know, it's not like Disney. Part where there's 2 bugs that are kind of stoned that are sitting there, and Z and Princess Bala walk by, and the guy's like, he is like, dude, this tastes like crap. He's like, really? Can I try some? And then he tries it, and he's like, oh, it does taste like crap. Not bad. But that's what goes back to show you that, you know, this is not just a kid's film. It has an adult edge to it. And that's, you know, good, you know, because it makes kids' films not just for kids, you know. It makes it for everyone to enjoy. And we're starting to get back to that. I'm starting to see that in a lot of animated movies. We're kind of starting to get back to that zone, that adult edge where, you know, hey, this may be a kid's movie, but there's something for everybody. And that's what Antz has to offer. And that's why I'm encouraging you to go watch it. You can either go watch it on my favorite site, Kids Cartoon, or you can, if you're new school, you can go on Netflix and just pull it right up. And you can do both. Heck, you know, watch it twice. And then you can form your own opinion about it. I personally like the film. It's a great film, great story. It doesn't get too serious, you know. It's just right, you know. People can relate with Z, you know, I think, because people try to discern the meaning of life. And sometimes that's hard to understand because you're put in a society full of robots. Literally. It's like all of us are probably being watched somewhere by somebody or something. We're probably ants, busy working in a colony. Something to ponder. You know, you never know. But I do know that Antz is a great movie, and I think you should go watch it right now from DreamWorks Animation and PDI, released in on October 2nd, 1998. Go check it out. And don't try to compare it to A Bug's Life because it's about ants. Thank you for watching this review.